Low test, testing, 1, 2, 3 from New Jersey here with all the ice. We just had some nice doors put in, so the place should be a little snugger. Um, I'm talking right now about Charlie Sheen and his briefcase or attaché case full of cocaine. And it just seems to me that there's something very, very wrong. That if the police found out about little Johnny having a stash of cocaine, they'd be held to pay, and there'd be issues here. But apparently, if you're a rich celebrity and you're dealing with cocaine, you just go to rehab or something. No one's asking where Mr. Sheen got this stuff. Of course, his father boasts of being high when he's an apocalypse now, Martin Sheen. But apparently, the much of the Hollywood people are all doped up with something, and then they're the ones who are trying to tell us what we should do, how we should live. And yet, in the majority of cases, I shouldn't say the majority of cases, in a significant number of cases, they're self-destructive. But that's okay. And the question really arises, why are they going after the baseball players for using steroids and other physical enhancing drugs which actually can do damage to the body? But then again, so does all this cholesterol medicine. They don't seem to care about that. But yet, the government, there's no big Senate or House committee hearings on our heroes of the screen being on drugs all the time and having it tolerated by the movie studios. They don't ask the Hollywood set to take drug tests before they act in a movie or during the movie. So why is there this double standard, and where are the California authorities asking where Mr. Sheen got these drugs? I think that the whole drug situation could be reduced if, in fact, they made deals with people, and the whole premise of the drug scene would be not just say no. The philosophy should be, you better know who sold you the drugs, because you might have to turn them in. And unless you're prepared to turn in the person who sold you the drugs, you shouldn't do drugs, because if you get caught, you're going to do some serious time. Now, if you can turn in the person ahead of you on this, who you bought it from, then we can cut you a deal. And they should be able to go right up the chain. And pretty soon, people will say, holy mackerel, whoever I'm selling drugs to might turn me in. The way it is now, these people buy it from casual passerbys. They really don't care. They don't have any real relationship in many cases. And I think that this would radically reduce the amount of drugs that was filtering down, because if the police really cared, they would be able to work back up and hit all the kingpins and cause some serious disruption in the money supply. You recall when George Bush was pissed off at the people guarding our borders. There was a reason why he showed such disdain for those volunteers who were protecting our borders, because during that time, the drugs weren't coming across. And then when those border guards shot that drug dealer in the butt, it was held to pay there. They were going to go up for 12 years, I think. And finally, George Bush pardoned them. And the only reason why he pardoned them, I forget the technical term, is the fact that there was going to be another trial, and there's a good chance old George Bush and Sutton and our Attorney General at the time would all be in deep trouble if it came out as to why they were persecuting these two border guards. So that was very shrewd of Bush. That was the only person he gave any type of clemency to or whatever when he was out of office. In the meantime, these guys were in jail for quite a while, doing their job. And after the fact, that these border guards were told to stay put. They signed them places to be there so that the drugs could come across a mile away. And they were told if they moved from that position, they would lose their jobs. So there's obviously big money involved in all this as far as bringing the drugs in to the stupid people who use them. And now of course they want to legalize it. I would say that they should sell permits to grow it, a certain amount for your own use. You'd have to have it fenced in with all kinds of security. It'd be a very expensive proposition. And if you were caught not using it in the way that you're supposed to use it, then you would have some serious fines. In the meantime, they would collect money from having the permits every year, and they would probably make a lot of money in fines for not maintaining the security of the fences and the like. These people are getting it. I hate to admit it, but so many people that I know of are doing different things that it's scary. It's commonplace. All the comedians joke about it, and we laugh about it. And then when the big people get caught doing worse, I mean, in our own town, some kid was giving cocaine to minors. Not a big deal. They sent him a summons. They sent him a summons in the mail to appear for distributing cocaine to minors. Now I don't know about you, but there's something. Either this kid was connected, or something. I mean, I went to the prosecutor. I went to everybody. No one seemed to give a damn. Said, "Oh, that's okay. That's okay." So we do have some issues on this whole drug scene. It's rampant. I don't think it's getting any better. The media is pushing people just to be more and more crazy. And you have to wonder why the Taliban hates us, because I think they don't want their society to turn out like our society. That doesn't justify what they do, but I can understand where they're coming from. I think that, getting back to Charlie Sheen, he is just one of many that is able to amass large quantities of illegal drugs, and the police don't seem to care about it. You hear on all these shows about people getting high. Willie Nelson, always has it on him. I mean, is there admissions of the fact, probable cause, that these people should be stopped, searched, and they should look for drugs on these people and make it to the point where they're not going to be joking around with this. And like I said, we're worried about sports figures with their drugs for performance, physically, to be able to physically perform better, but we don't really give a damn about all these people in high places and in high visibility who are allowed to do drugs, illegal drugs, have lots of it available. No one asks where they got it from. There's something wrong, and I really would hope that you would do what I did, and I wrote many letters to the papers out in California asking, where did Charlie Sheen get his drugs from? Okay, so that's all I have to say about Charlie Sheen and that whole crowd out there who typically are for the Democrats and typically are totally out of control on their use of various drugs. Apparently, they don't get high enough just with life and doing neat things, building things, creating things. They have to get bombed out of their brains. But I guess if someone was a libertarian, they'd say that that's their privilege. But I would say that having kids exposed to this crap is one less thing we need to have them exposed to. And we surely shouldn't laugh it off as just a joke. It's serious stuff. And if we want, why spend all this money on education when these kids are just going to get bombed out anyhow on this or that? That's it. Watch out for what's happening in Egypt. They're definitely being sold out, I think. And our ally, the official government, hopefully they won't do to Mubarak as they did to the Shah of Iran. Bye-bye.